I want to debunk this because this is something that leftists say all the time to justify not voting for Democrats. It's one of their main citations for why Democrats are ineffective. Democrats have never had a strong enough majority in the Senate to codify Roe v. Wade. Never. There was an extremely brief period in 2009 where we technically had a supermajority of 60 votes, but that supermajority included a couple of anti-choice moderates who would not have voted to codify Roe. And it also included Ted Kennedy, who was not actively working in the Senate because he was dying. He died in August of 2009. Democrats never had enough votes to overcome the filibuster. People have tried since. In 2022, there was an abortion bill that passed the House and then it got stopped in the Senate because of the filibuster. And the leftist response to that will often be like, well, why doesn't Trump need Congress to get anything done? He passes things by executive order all the time. And this is what I'm going to point out, that elections have consequences. We have let Republicans win far too many elections and they have packed the federal courts. They packed the Supreme Court and they packed all of the federal courts on the state level. When Joe Biden passed an executive order to forgive student loans, what happened? The courts shot it down. The conservative courts that were packed by Donald Trump shot it down. In what world could Joe Biden or Obama have made Roe the law of the land? This is why voting is always important, because the consequences of elections echo through time for decades. We will be feeling the consequences of this conservative Supreme Court that Donald Trump put in place for the rest of my life. This is why liberals beg leftists to vote and get frustrated when you say there's no point. My hope and my prayer is that by 2028, everybody has a little bit better literacy about American politics and why things are the way they are, because we are out of time for infighting. Republicans are solely responsible for overturning Roe v. Wade. Now they're looking to overturn gay marriage, and interracial marriage is on the horizon. They're talking about it. Things are really bad, and we don't have time to pretend that there's no difference between Democrats and Republicans anymore, okay? Peace out.